It is time for Nod Cry. Whoa there now. I got some things I gotta mention first because there's a little bit going into it. There's so many things to talk about, and the problem with this is that trying to put it into one video of how many changes actually happened leading into my 5th year is a lot bigger than every year we've ever had combined. Because changes that happen that we did not expect happen on a whim, like Nod Cry. Like, what the hell is this region? It just kind of happened during the time after, the Natlin patch cycle, getting close to resolving the region and all that. So it was a bit of a surprise. But first, before we talk about Notcry, let's just talk about what happened just before we went to Notcry. So, first, we had a new area with a permanent event, which was really cool to Bennett's Origins. It was freaking awesome. I love that story quest event. But to add to that, we also got a sneak peek at the Marajavari. The Marajavari had been teased in this game for a very long time, but we did not know if we were going to ever actually explore it. We had a world quest, and the actual story quest event also had its own implications with it. It was really, really exciting to experience some of the things that we experienced there. And I thought I'd share this before we really get into this video. So if you could, nuke the like button, subscribe if you haven't to the channel, and let's get into it. But first things first, we have to talk about Not Cry, and a little bit of an intro I have for y'all. We now start up with Song of the Welcome Moon Genshin Impact. It is time for Nod Cry. If y'all want a little input, I just put this together on a whim, but to be honest, I enjoyed the Nod Cry story so much that I decided to compile all the important cutscenes that I really liked from the Archon story, from start to finish, which is why this part is long. time has changed since we came to Nodcry, and while there's, a lot to be said, I'm just gonna get straight to the point with this type of video. Every single year we've had on Genshin Impact, I usually do a bunch of things. I show a compilation of polls I did throughout the year leading up to now, and some other thing that probably have happened. Sometimes I forget to show everything, which in this case I have as well, but that's beside the point. So now we are here in what I did not expect, into the 4th year. We're in Nodcry, a region that the devs just make-believed into reality and they want to tie up loose ends on. We've had a decent bit of, places, but there's a lot to be said. If I haven't showed already, we had this final area of Natlan before we actually went into Nodcry, and this ended up being a permanent area and a permanent story event, which was pretty cool. Now, with all the things that I could say, there's a lot of things to be said, man. If I want to compare this year to last year and how many things have changed, there's just too many things. So many things that I know I've missed, so many things that can be said, but let's just get right into it. Usually I just show off my account and everything like that. If you haven't seen the intro and skip past, I don't blame you, because I feel like I did so explanation at the beginning before leading to this, or at least I should have. And here we go. Whoa! Past me! That's not okay! We just went straight into that, and there's still another quote-unquote intro I forgot to show. So before we get into showing the inventory, the artifacts, there is the polls and the stuff that's happened leading up from 4th year to my 5th year of Genshin Impact. So yeah, that's still something to be shown, and it was quite a wild ride. Good chance a new animation gonna show up. Let's see what happens. What? Sweet and Marissa. 30 pity. 50-50 guaranteed win from capturing Radiant's animation. My first one I've ever seen. Hearing the jingle in my ears. You know what? Let's try Shengyun. 11 50-50 wins. 9 50-50 losses. What do we get? Why? We won it? We won it? C2 ES. What the fuck with that temple? What? C5 is maybe the temple. What's it gonna be? Guess we're gonna need to take a look at this. I love this. 11 50-50 wins. 9 50-50 losses. What do we get? Yes! 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 That's it. It's our last chance for Aoife. What do we get?
Hey there, I'm Aoife.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Guess we're done. And I just saw the 50-50 for Skirk, which I'm not surprised I did. I wish I could get early 5-star somehow, but it's gonna have to take the L. Oh! Yeah! 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 Yes! 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 I was not expecting to get this skirt, man. After losing a 50-50 to Jean, I was accepting my fate. Five. 12 50-50 wins, 10 50-50 losses. What do we get?
Nice to meet you.
So I just have to take the chance on
Hello.
that. I'm gonna use my guarantee on funds. Okay. I do want one more Ino, so I'm gonna try another time. Oh! Another 5-star! Come on. Ah! Wait, this is huge actually. Here I'm trying to get that Master of Stellar Fortuna. I can actually get that in my near future now. Huh. My first C6 5-star is Jean. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Oh my god, I forgot about her. Wait, that means she's C4 now. Wow, that is C6 Hazel. Katie, let's just finish it up. Get that 5-star. Thank you very much. What will happen here? Oh my god! I always wanted to get this insane amount, but it's still cool to get this constellation nonetheless. Claim this. After getting C6, we get the new Masterless Stellar Fortuna. And it looks magnificent. It is 83 pity. So we're getting a guaranteed durn here, right? Let's go. Oh! 76. There you are. Damn, son! She took up the entire screen. That had to be the biggest flash I've ever fucking seen. $70. Boom! Capturing radiance.
My name is Tabai.
I know this is crazy to me in a full session, but look at this. C2 for a little bit more hydro application. Some of it don't really matter. This doesn't really matter. C6, it's like a small, nice bonus to the lunar reactions. You know, I'll still do this though. It's a 5-star, it's a 5-star, it's a 5-star, it's a 5-star. Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh! Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Yes! What did you think about the build up all the way to 5th anniversary of my account for the polls and all that jazz? I had a lot of fun putting that together, but it wasn't as crazy as last year. There's still a lot of happenings and goings, right? Well, before I forget anything else, there was something I forgot to show in that compilation of videos. There was a poll I did on Versus Rerun banner before Columbina's release that I failed to show in that video. We actually lost 3 times in a row. That is Tanari. What now? C1. We got this. This hasn't really changed much, you know, since the last year. If we look back at last year, the most notable thing that I've gotten was pretty recent, which was this sword that I feel like I have no business having right now because I got it very, very early pity. But yeah, like I didn't really pull weapons this year because I've been mostly free to play, so I haven't been really focusing that. That may change in the future though. But we've also gotten a second Skyward Harp, which is cool. Stuff like that happened. But there isn't really much else that really happened when it came to this, so there's nothing to really show here. Now, when we talk about artifacts, a lot of quality of life updates have hit the game, and while there's a lot of things that have been exciting, like toward the end of the third year going to the fourth year, we had the sanctified elixirs that appeared throughout Natlan, which I'm pretty sure I talked about in that stream or video. But now we have something pretty important to even say at the very least, because some things have changed. We've gotten a new endgame being the Stygian Onslaught. We got another new thing for artifacts that have been pretty apparent, which was the actual Dust of Enlightenment, thing that helps with rerolling, because now we can actually reroll artifacts, which is really cool. And now when you get 3-line start artifacts, you can now see that 4th substat before actually getting that 4th stat for a 3-line start piece, which I don't like that. I don't like that for whatever reason. This tells us that every artifact has a fixed stat automatically, no matter what's the start of the game. So just because we couldn't see the piece did not mean this already was predetermined. Which feels kind of bad to see that, but it's still really good to see because it makes it easier to not actually waste the artifact if you don't want to waste resources, which is cool. But let's get back to it. So out of every year we've had, I've always felt like I was getting luckier and luckier with artifacts. And this year is no different. There is a lot of things that have happened that was pretty amazing, but a lot that stood out even more. Now, the artifact I'm even sitting upon here is a good artifact, but I didn't put it into the clips. There's a lot of them that were like that. And for another news flash, I stopped doing the Genshin clips soon after the 4th year began, and we only did like a few of them. I found myself wanting to wait and see how things build up, and I could have clipped like 14 different artifact videos because that's just how good these artifact clips that I have were. So, just like I do every year that I've been doing so far, since like I think year 3, I will be showing basically my artifact clips that I've done after the 4th year of Genshin Impact, leading up to now my 5th year. What the actual fuck is this? Double crit. Double crit 1. Double crit 2. Double crit 3. That's 4. Oh my god. Look, the piece is good. Oh my god! Please. Last roll crit damage, please. You know what? Perfect. Even though Best crit rate circlet. Now on my account. Ooh, this looks like it could have really good potential. Yeah! That's my first time reaching that number. I just realized this is now my highest crit rate on a crit damage circlet. And it's actually perfect subtest for someone who wants as an off piece. That is... on a support set. I clipped that. I clipped that.
This ended up as my highest EM artifact ever in 5 years of playing this game. That fight don't do one for one. Double power lock, other lock. Oh! Oh! Please, bro. Oh my god. That's very nice. That is very nice. A little bit of ER. Oh no! What the fuck is that? 36.6 CV. Jesus Christ. Oh, please. Oh! Double crit ER. It's actually good right now. Today is a good day. This is within the same Starbucks session. That's a true stuff. Wow. Just, what do I even say about this? 4-line start, double crit, with attack percent. A lot of the Hydros have HP scaling, but still, 4-line double crit. I think this is like my first one in years. Like, actually my first one in years. The fuck? Hold on, this 50 CV. Hold on. 49.8 CV. Dude, I thought I got a fucking 50 CV goblet. Oh my god. That's like, this is like the closest I have ever gotten to getting a 50 CV goblet. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the craziest part is that it's the Hydro goblet. For me, this is the goblet I don't even have a great piece on yet. This is like my first great freaking Hydro goblet. It's been years since I've seen a 4-line start one ever. I've only had ER. I could try to force this on somebody, but I'm gonna have to use this on somebody. What a piece that is. Oh my goodness.
Looking back here, I still have all these billets that I never touched at the start of the game. I've had these billet trails for a very long time. I feel like I think I've used one of these before, 'cause I believe there was two of these normal ones that you could get, the Northlander ones, but yeah. The cakes. Ever since the first year of Genshin, we got a cake every single one of these. That's kind of cool to see. We got a Lewa story, cake-based one. We got an Inazuma one. We got a Sumeru one, a Fontaine one, and now an Atlas one. Just thought I'd mention it because if people haven't had their birthdays yet, this is what the cake looks like, which is cool. And yes, my birthday had passed because this 1 year appears not too long after my birthday. Because, believe it or not, me and Chi-Chi, we share the same birthday. Despite how everything happened, I wasn't joking when I said I did start my Genshin career and everything at this time, the day that Amber joined the party. I still have my playlist on my YouTube channel. You can even go see the very first stream of Genshin Impact 1.3, and it's just magnificent. We've built up this account for a very long time, and I wish that I could be excited as things move forward, but now looking back at this and seeing some of the characters I would have liked to have pulled that I never got to pull, and then focus on somewhat meta but characters that I happen to like that were happen meta, I ended up pulling for. Can't say I liked Flynn's all too much, but I did pull him. I very much wanted Dern, but it was not something I really expected to be playable given that what this character is. Even from the actual trailer, teaser for Nocry, I did not expect this guy to be playable so soon, but this is not even the same Dern that people expected, so I guess it's all good. I don't know. Columbina once a harbinger, but now one goddess for the story. This was an interesting one to say the least. This was a character that was teased in lore for a very long time. I did not think this character would be playable. I'm gonna be honest. I did not think a character would be playable. But the Darkrai character have been a breath of fresh air in terms of, their designs, because I was not expecting their designs to, look so good for a lot of them. But not all of them did I actually like. But that's beside the point. The only reason why I showed this section, because Varka, gotta give credit where credit's due. I did not think they were going to release Nocry. At this point, I thought they were not going to release it until Dormant Port was playable, which, that's another discussion for another day. But for this video, I really did like, the inclusions of things that I probably barely showed or didn't even show from, like, the beginning of the video, like how things had turned out well with the Hexus Circle making an appearance in Darkrai as well. So many different fashions appeared. We saw Nicole in the teaser trailer, and we saw her in game throughout the Archon story and even the end story. We saw Alice finally. Alice looks like she should go be a playable character eventually, bro. And I cannot wait for that. I want that to be a reality. But I guess I won't get to experience that on PS4. So, how things are going to happen moving forward. So, Genshin Impact to leave PS4. This was something I always expected to happen eventually. Some people expected it to happen sooner. That's not how I saw it. To me, I did not expect it to leave this year. I thought we would get to experience this, Snezhnaya before that happened, but then Nocry happened, and so I'm a little bit salty about that. Not even a little bit. It does upset me greatly. We should have been able to experience Snezhnaya before that happened. Eventual release of Genshin for their updates and all that. Which, by the way, as of recording this video, this patch that I'm in is the final patch of PS4. So, those that are still even playing on PS4, buckle up. If you are not going to watch people do the story moving forward, you might have to like use a shittier device if you really want to at least experience the story if you care about playing it yourself, which is the game plan moving forward. So it kind of sucks to say the least that that is what my reality is looking like. Now, for others, obviously, some people are able to, you know, get the device that they want, so they don't have this problem like I do. There was a time where I could have been able to avoid the situation I'm in, but I decided to wait. And I don't regret the decision I made, no matter how I look at it, because that was just what it was at the time. But now that I'm in a position where I can't just freely choose to go out of my way for something like that, because everywhere in the world is not looking too hot. Everyone can say what they want. They can say every little detail. Yo, you could get PS5, but do I want to get PS5 just for Genshin Impact? I don't know about that. I changed my thought process in terms of what games would I also get if I do go for a PS5, which I still plan to do that one day. So, with that in mind, let's say this. While I'm leaving Genshin PS4, there'll be something I'll be using in the meantime. It might be a year or two. If that ends up happening to be the case, then I just want to apologize here and now. So, in a, year or two from now, if I'm still not on a newer device, then you probably know what's going to happen with this, right? I haven't mentioned it yet, but I don't plan to do another 1 year of Genshin after this, because recording on a device I'm going to have to use is going to be a piece of work that I don't feel like dealing with. So every year of Genshin, if I'm still playing on said device, then what I will be doing is just live streaming it, and that will be the end of that, because I can't be bothered to do that at all. It's just too much of a pain, too much to deal with at all. I'm not even willing to cope trying to record it. Doing such things would take too much time, so that's just how it is. The timing for Genshin leaving PS4 lines up with the timing of what Sony plans to do with this console moving forward, and it is just a given. I accepted that. I'm completely fine with it, because I'm not completely out of the woods of Genshin and, content creation at the very least. I always knew I'd have to step away from this game eventually, and I do plan to do that. I just wanted to get, a best resolve of the story that I could, be, able to accept, which is a big deal for me. It has been a fun journey, and I don't know how to feel about this eventual release for PS4 leaving Genshin. It is what it is. But one last thing. Quest overview changed, which is really cool. But now when you go over story quests and whatnot, you can see all the story quests, right? But even if you don't check it here, there is another place to check it at. The travel log section. You can see where we are currently at in terms of the story. This is, a timeline showing Avery Act and I guess a little thumbnail with it. And it's really cool to see such a thing here. I did not think they would do something like this. I feel like it's a long time overdue though, but I really, really liked how they did this. And I like how they have a story quest collection, which you can see it here. You can do all the story quests again, but the reason why I'm even showing this is that while it's exciting to look back at this, and I'm going to scroll through it all first before I, talk about what is most important about this. The biggest thing that is exciting about this section of the Wow, they use a thumbnail of Dainsley for this. That's interesting. But anyways, going back here all the way to Mondstadt, it shows like how many acts there actually were. There were not that many acts from Mondstadt, man. But the coolest thing I like about this section is that you can also just go through a cutscene and look back at all the cutscenes that have been shown in the game. Like you could just go here, press play, and it would just play. And it's crazy to me that we have something like this because I've recorded every cutscene in the game since the game's, you know, the release that I've started playing it, right? I really, really, really like this change because I could go back and reminisce things. The thing that sucks is that the device I'll be playing on, the cutscene probably won't look as clear cut when I'm live streaming. When I record it, I can damn near watch it at the same rate, but not, you know, not the same as I thought I would be able to. But it is kind of exciting moving forward that even when Genshin leaves PS4 and I'm on a different device, even if things don't line up very well, even if I feel like my content is definitely going to be so bad that I'm going to be very self-conscious about showing Genshin moving forward, I can't even do the bare minimum to show you. Because, like, some people are very inconsiderate about how bad this is for Genshin PS4 and the state that it's in. Because, like, even their post on Twitter and X, they talk about the fact that Genshin leaving PS4 is a good thing. That means the game will improve. But I feel like if the game didn't improve in 5 years, I don't really expect much, and no one should either. Also, the devices that can run Genshin, it's kind of impressive because the device I'm going to be playing on is going to be the be-all end-all moving forward. So, one other thing that I just remembered is that they changed like the processing of, you know, this particular condensed resin, where the amount of resources you could gain by using it went from 40 to 60, and how much it costs to craft the resin, but the resource you get as well. So it's just an extra run of resin in the case of many things in the game that requires resin. Well, the condense anyways, but it's kind of exciting. I just wanted to mention it. I think it was kind of exciting that they did something like this. Feels like it's been far too long since there was any sort of resin update. Even though we got the 200 resin, it's still not perfect, even with this extra condense change. It's still a step in the right direction. I'm sure it will most likely improve probably when the game reaches that critical point where devs are going to probably be struggling to figure out how to keep the game going and whatnot. I can see Genshin lasting for a longer time, but, you know, that's hard to say. Because, like, people are going to most likely drop this game the moment the story hits its pinnacle point. That won't exactly be Stezdaya, but some people I've heard will probably stop playing after Stezdaya. I think most people are going to leave the moment we go to con. Whenever we get to see close to that end, or probably the end of the Teyvat chapter storyline, from that, where it seems like we go to a specific location in our story. I want to make it all the way to that end, so I'm satisfied, but at the rate that we're going, it's going to be like another 3 years or something, so I don't know. Anyways, this is the end of the road for me. I would have wanted to go like high end with like recording this, but there's nothing really else to talk about. It's the same thing I do every year, and while I have showed some of the things I've shown, I'm sure I've forgotten other things, and maybe that'll be post-editing for me to show, but that is it. So, moving forward, the account we'll be playing on will be here on PC But if you could tell for the graphics, it's not looking too hot. It is what it is. I'm on my potato PC. And this is where the content will be showing for Genshin Patch Luna 6, Patch 6.5, if that was actually the number it kept continuing with moving forward. So now that we're in game on PC, yes, this is PC, it's going to look like this moving forward. I turned off all the volume and all that so we don't have that bothering us. But there is some mentions I forgot to talk about. One of them being really Astro Wonderland. I forgot to show it. I could always show this on PS4. But it's kind of nice to see that this I can experience here. And I can kind of do it. It's fine. It's nothing crazy. It does make me a bit sad though, because when I record this compared to how this is probably gonna look, it's probably not going to look as well, but I'm hoping when I have this edited it will. But yeah, I'm actually able to play this. I've done Abyss on this already. I've done a few streams, and Lily Astro itself I can actually experience on here, and it's pretty cool. It basically reminds me of Roblox, where it has a lot of makeshift things that players can make and you can experience. And I'd like to have a stream actually going through these, but I haven't decided that. I'd wait till I guess the PS4 and then we go on PC and see what this is like. But the thing I really like that's on here would probably end up being the DPS dummy. I really like this. This thing is wonderful, by the way. This right here is so unbelievably wonderful to have like a test dummy here. And I've been wanting to go back through it, 'cause I did like a stream already on here doing this, but I didn't properly do the testing in the right way. So I've been thinking about going back into it and actually doing that. But I decided to hold my tongue on that and wait till the next time I actually come back here, which will be soon. But just to mention, I might come back here in apologies off stream at some point, but I digress. This is really video on this, so it doesn't really matter. But I wanted to talk about all this because it's really cool that I can actually play on here. It's just the actual footage that you may get from like live streams, like the actual way everything ends up looking, won't be at the same quality as PS4 was, which wasn't an insane quality to begin with for PS4, mind you, but the quality was at least comfortable, sustainable, stable, if you will. But like I said, I can play on here, no problem. I can do my own thing and actually play the game. So I don't have a problem with that moving forward. But I got one other thing to mention. Like I said before, this playthrough isn't over yet. So I'm not going anywhere. But if y'all are not going to watch my journey moving forward from here, I don't blame you. I really don't. But if you are going to be here for this journey, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm pretty sure I've left out important stuff I could have talked about, but like I said, there was just so many things that came out with this update that it just feels like this video could actually go on for another hour if I really want to go delve deep into what actually changed, because it was that big of a deal. There was just that much going on. But yes, this is Genshin Impact PC, which we will be using moving forward. And something where I guess I should mention is that the mic that's being used to record this video might not end up being in future content. This might even be one of the last times you hear this mic. I'm just saying. I'm using something else from now on because I have injured this microphone. The mic itself is fine, but the headset that is attached to it makes it to where I can only hear one ear, and it's not good for my experience if I keep that going. So we're gonna have to change it up. With that in mind, that means the mic quality isn't gonna be the greatest, and despite that, you probably already heard it throughout the video if you actually looked back at like the artifact clips and in Apollo session stuff in the video. Yeah. I really am sorry for this. I just wish that I had a better resolution for the 5th year, but I can't be super excited, so I couldn't even like reflect that in like the actual recording of everything. I do know that in the future, I do think everything will be just fine for the YouTube channel when it comes to Genshin. Just don't expect anything crazy, but we gonna still be here. We're gonna be trucking along. We're gonna still do the story. It just won't be the greatest quality. For everything else, it'll probably be fine. For story quests, it's definitely going to be its fathead. There is some advantages though, you know, playing on Genshin PC, where I can actually look at the community tab, the version highlights tab, and heck, I can even go check the notices tab. Cry will be the beginning of the end, in more ways than one. The end of PS4 journey, and the start of new beginnings. But that depends on how y'all interpret it. So I hope to see you guys there. See you later. Until next time, whenever we do another one of these, it might be a year, 2 years later. We don't know. So until next time, take care. I had to check out the lobby. Can you really blame me? But yeah, the lobby of Million Wonderland. Well, this patch's lobby, because this lobby seemed to change every patch. Pretty cool. So yeah, Million Wonderland. Oh, well, alright. That reminds me. I forgot to show the scroll wheel, but there was also a custom created character you can actually switch with. Obviously, you can switch with any character, but... Huh? Alright, that's what my boy looks like, alright? That's all I'm saying. This is what he looks like. Could he look better? I mean, probably, but there's no good customization options. Obviously, if I play this game more, then I can get that, but I just felt like I should show this before I end it as well. There's just so many things left that I really want to show, but like, it's just too much, man. Alright, that's it. I'm done.
Thank you, Genshin Impact, for a wonderful 5 years on PS4.